He says, you have the knowledge, and I agree with you on what you're saying, but your skills are very low for a detailer. Let's get into it. A couple of days ago, maybe, it's probably about a week ago, I got a text message on my last video, so it'll be the video before this one. But I get a comment rather. Okay, it's the last video I did before this one. It is called $1,000 a day in mobile auto detailing. And anytime I've noticed when you make a video and you talk about how much money you've made or you hint on how much money you're making, people tend to get more critical, and I don't know, it bothers them some type of way. Because believe it or not, you know, you got YouTube and you got the real world. And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that the people that are on YouTube are not in the real world. You definitely can make $1,000 a day. But in the real world of detailing, a lot of detailers are not making nowhere near that. They're happy if they can make 100 or 200 a day, and they're very happy. That's a lot for a lot of people. You have businessmen or entrepreneurs who happen to be detailers. And you have detailers that happen to be, you know, trying to be entrepreneurs, but they put detailing before the business. Usually I notice people who want everything to be perfect and always focusing on, it has to be done this way, it has to be done that way. A lot of those guys are not making a lot of money unless they're in a niche, which means they're doing something in particular that's in detail, that's high dollar, like paint correcting, ceramic coatings, PPF. So where you have to bring the car to a certain level of protection, and it makes sense at that point. But a detailer like me, I'm just cleaning cars for the most part. You know, I may do a little polishing here and there, throw on a little wax with the polisher, stuff like that. But I'm generally cleaning the vehicle and putting a little protection on it. That's much. I'm getting $200 to $400 a detail. So that's my lifestyle, and I like to give my experience and my perspective to you guys and share it with you guys. I never claim to be a guru. I never claim to know it all. If you watch some of my older videos, you'll see me saying that I don't know everything. And to this day, I don't know everything, and I don't know anybody who does. And if somebody acts as if they know everything, run away from them because they know nothing. All right? But let me read this comment. He says, you have the knowledge, and I agree with you on what you're saying, but your skills are very low for a detailer. Don't get me wrong. The speed you run in the polisher from panel to another, not cleaning the pad in between passes, haven't seen you use a pre-wash, just a pre-rinse, saw you doing circular motions while washing. That is untrue. While washing the car, not cleaning your wash mitt with the jet wash or another bucket with a grit guard. I'm pretty sure you have great customer service skills and marketing, but in terms of actual detailing, you need to put a bit more work into it. Don't take this as an offense, but just as constructive advice. Now, I have my own opinions and I have my own perspective on constructive criticism, constructive advice, or whatever. If you guys notice, if you give someone unsolicited advice, it never really goes well. It never does. Even if the person takes the advice and listens to you, they'll, you know, and just be nice enough not to give you any pushback. But deep down inside, most people don't like that because they didn't ask for it, okay? When I do a video and I ask for your advice, okay, give me the advice. But if I'm doing a video and I'm not asking for your advice, I don't need any advice, right? Okay, but yet and still, I'm always open to learn. If you want to give me advice, it's a way you have to do it. It's a way that you do everything. Number one, you don't go publicly and try to point out somebody's flaws. Even though I don't really see any flaws in my skills. but you don't do it publicly. That's one thing you don't do. Another thing is that if you're going to give advice, have a point of reference. Have a video that you made. Show me how you do it. Show me the right way, not tell me the right way. A lot of you guys watch other YouTubers and you like them better. You like their methods better. And that's the method that you use. And so you feel that everybody should use that method because that's what they said, because that's your favorite YouTuber. You bring it over here, which is fine, but I can care less about advice that I didn't ask for. You understand what I'm saying? So I usually don't respond to those type of comments, but for some reason, some just said, you know what, you gotta respond. So I did. And so I said, thanks for sharing, but my skills are very high for a detailer. I'm not polishing, I'm applying wax. So if you look at the video, I have a black pad. Sometimes I like to put on my wax, carnauba wax, with the polisher to get done quicker. It's just something that I do. Do I have to do it? No, I can use a spray sealant, a spray wax, I can. But I just wanted to do it for the video and for my customer. Gives them a little wow effect. It's business. If you pay attention, I detailed 3 cars and I was there all day. There's no way I'm going to record everything. And who wants to watch a 7-hour video? Also, if you're going to give constructive criticism, please have a point of reference. Maybe a video that you have done. I looked at your channel and no videos. Please don't take this the wrong way. Just constructive criticism. Thanks again for commenting, right? So, don't get me wrong, I jab back at him because nobody wants to hear advice that I wasn't asked for. Me, I don't. I normally don't want to hear advice because I like to take advice when I'm ready for it. And that's just me. Some of you guys have your own opinion, and that's fine. But that's just me. I don't like unsolicited advice if I didn't ask. You come off as a know-it-all, but there's a way to give advice. When you give somebody advice that they didn't ask for, first of all, you ask them, hey, can I give you some advice? And then they say, okay, yeah, go ahead. That means he's ready to receive whatever it is. And even if he's not ready, you asked him and he said yes, right? So you give him the advice and then you give him the tools and the resources to carry out that advice. That's how I look at it. That's just my opinion. I think that's the proper way. Now, there may be other ways, but I know for sure that just spewing out advice to someone, it just don't sit well with me. I don't like it. Okay, so he responds back. I am no YouTuber. I have no plans to become one, but I'm a detailer in myself in the UK. Okay, again, how do I know that? How do I know that you're a detailer? How do I know that you are who you say you are? Okay, now I got all types of videos on my channel. I'm showing my mistakes, my accomplishments, my come-ups, my failures, but I'm giving you a look into my world and how I do things to give you an understanding about me. All right, so at least I'm putting myself out there, but you are just coming in here with words, giving me advice. I don't even know who I'm talking to. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So I respond back. I said, it's difficult to take advice or criticism for someone with no resume. Maybe you're a great detailer, but how do I know that? 100% of the time, people who like to give unsolicited advice on YouTube have no videos or anything to back up their advice or criticism. And it's funny. Every time somebody told me I was doing something wrong or tried to give me advice, it was never from a YouTuber with a lot of subscribers, views, or videos. Every time I see someone try to give me advice, they usually have nothing. No videos, no subscribers, no anything. Why is that? Why is it that the people who put in a lot of work, who are quite knowledgeable, are not the ones that are jumping in people's faces and jumping in people's comment sections to give them unsolicited advice? Because I don't do it. I don't see any other YouTubers that are, doing, are somewhat successful, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 subscribers, I don't see them on other people's platforms telling them you're doing this wrong or you're not doing it this way. It should be this way. I'm not seeing that. But it's always the ones who have nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. This guy said he doesn't plan on making YouTube videos. Okay, cool. But why are you on YouTube critiquing the ones that are? It just doesn't make any sense. Maybe you're looking at it like, how is he making $1,000 a day and he's not a detailer? Well, I don't call myself a detailer. I'm an entrepreneur and a businessman who happens to detail. So it's business first, always with me. It's business first. Now, I aim to do a good job. I aim to have good customer service and take care of my customers and do everything the right way. But it's business first. It's a business. I'm not trying to impress anybody, and especially another detailer. I'm not. I'm going to just give you guys an example, and I'm going to end the video after this. All right, let's take McDonald's, right? We've all been to McDonald's. We loved it as kids. And the older and older that we got, you started realizing McDonald's doesn't make the best burgers. When you was a kid, they was the best burgers. But McDonald's has messed up my orders a lot of times. Sometimes I eat the food and it's not good. Sometimes I eat the food and it's great. But one thing about McDonald's is that they have a perfect business model. They get you in and out of there fast, hot food at a decent price, and it's convenient. And they know it. And you may not go back for a year, you may not go back for a couple of years, but at some point, you're gonna go back. And they all concerned on how many people they're served. Now, don't get me wrong. There are other hamburger restaurants out there. There are better burgers. I mean, $10 burgers, $20 burgers. There are better burgers out there. But McDonald's is still there. And it ain't going nowhere. Still in business. You see what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily have to be the best detailer. I don't have to be the best detailer. I just have to be good, pretty good, and have a good business mindset. And I'll be okay. So I always try to take everything and make it a learning experience for you guys. So if that's what you want to do, if you want to be a detailer, a detailer's detailer, and you want to do 2-bucket wash methods, pre-rinsing and pre-washes and, removing every swirl and paint correcting and all that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a market for everybody. Everybody has their place. If you want to do paint correcting, you can do paint correcting. If you want to do ceramic coatings, PPF, tinting windows, you can. If you want to do basic washes, basic detailing, you can. Doesn't matter. If you want to do nothing but high-end cars, you can do that. That's the beauty of living here in the United States. You got options. You got the freedom to choose. All right? So that's all I got. And oh yeah, I forgot. Please subscribe to the channel. Please go join the NewWave Facebook group. And I'm out. Shouts out to NewWave. Peace.